Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Either one, welcome to Tater's Big Show Hangover. Nice to have you for one more round. Episode 26 kicking off right now. Got lots of feedback from Ms. Jackie being on the show. Thank you guys for all the lovely feedback on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, all the places you can leave comments. I told Jackie that she had a nice voice and everybody concurred. Should have talked more when we had the radio show. But we had some nice comments, like from Tracy Burnett on Facebook, said, love this episode. I'm so glad you are so close. Love you, mean it. She's talking about our friendship. And we remain friends even after that episode. So that's pretty cool. Cecil Necessary said, Tater, you and Miss Jackie are hot. Oh. Well, thank you, Cecil. I guess he liked our Facebook photo. And Danny Ford said, man, I miss you guys in the mornings. Danny, we miss you guys too. Jackie and I weren't ready to retire, but it also allowed a new chapter to open. You know, we closed the book on 30 plus years. She was there, I think, a good year and a half longer than me. And so it's opened up some new opportunities and some new things to look around at. She's doing real well, as you heard in the podcast. But we do miss you, Danny. We miss everybody. A lot of fun to be able to hang out with her, have some lunch and some coffee and just reminisce. And speaking of retiring, I've been getting to travel a little bit more now that the show's retired. I didn't realize, though, all the changes that have happened all of a sudden with hotels. You guys been staying in some hotels lately? I guess it's because, like a lot of businesses, they're finding ways to cut down on workers and have done some updates to their hotels. And recently I stayed at one and, it's really weird. You check in on an app. They have an app for that now. So I booked my room online and then had to download the app, and then I could just check in with the app and then used my phone to unlock the door. Because I was getting used to the fact that there was no keys anymore and that they gave you a card, and then you would slip the card at the top of the lock and then you'd get the green light and you'd go in. And then I showed up a couple years later and now you tapped it. So you just kind of held it up in front of the lock and then it would unlock it and you could go inside. Now you can use your phone. But I didn't opt for that. I did opt for the tap card instead because I don't know. I'm showing my age. I'm not so sure about using my phone to unlock my door. What if someone hacks it? I'm sure it's very safe. But so you use an app. You can use your phone to unlock the door. And then I go inside, lovely room, and over near the beds on the nightstand is a clock radio. What the hell? A clock radio? Flashing the time at me. And I thought, I just used my phone to get in. And now, instead of like a little charging station kind of thing to prop my phone up so that it would beat my clock, there is a clock radio in there. I giggled to myself. And so then I went downstairs and there's nobody there at the desk and there's no vending machines anywhere. They had it set up like a little pantry. I know you've seen those before. I have too. It's a little pantry. You pick out what you want. You bring it over to the person at the front desk and then they ring you up. Not this place. Picked out what I wanted, took it over to it looked like a scale, but they have them in the airports too. It's just like kind of that metal reader with the computer kind of wrapped around it. So it looks like an open microwave in a way. And you set your stuff down there. I went down. I was like, I'm going to get a bottle of Coke. I get it a bottle of water. Here's some chips. Beep, boop, 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 boop. And it figured out, I don't know how it did it, but it figured out what was there. And I just paid for it again with my phone because I have my wallet on my phone. So I take that all upstairs. I'm like, woohoo, look at me. New. And then tap, tap, get in my door, take it to the fridge, and it's a dorm refrigerator. It's like a little beat up old kind of refrigerator that was rattling and rattled all night, I might add. And there was nowhere inside for me to set the temperature. So it was like a nice cool 70 degrees in there. And I couldn't find an ice maker. I don't know. But that's traveling now, and there's USB plugs now on the lamps next to the bed. That's awesome. And I had a great stay, though, and it was a lot of fun to be able to travel now. But those are just some of the things I noticed. And while I'm talking about things that I've noticed, what has happened to leaving a voicemail? I've noticed two things. Either one, They give you a call, and you're not available to answer. I'm not going to say you don't answer. You can't answer the phone. It goes to voicemail, and they just hang up. Now I'm having to act like Keith Morrison trying to deep dive like a detective in a Dateline episode, trying to figure out who the heck called and why didn't you leave me a message? Was it important? Was it not important? Or two, this has happened. Someone calls, I miss it, and then I get a text. I look at my voicemail, no voicemail. I get a text with this number that supposedly called, and then another number saying, call this number, click this number here to hear your message. Have you gotten one of those? Is that just a T-Mobile thing? But I have never. I mean, I've seen the voice messages that'll give you a written out text as far as what was left, and those don't always come out very clean because they can't understand some people. But I've never not gotten the message and then gotten a text message telling me to click on another number so that I can go hear my voice message. I do not click random numbers that show up on my phone. I don't know. That's just the way I am. I have a voicemail, Leave me a message on my voicemail. And what and who is sending me this? Things I've noticed. Beep. Leave a message. Duh.
It's time. Bring in the old mailbag.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
It never stop.
Mailman, mailman, mail today.
Man.
Reach right in and pull one out.
I got a minute.
Those letters.
What?
I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh, boy.
Mailman,
What the?
mail today.
All righty then. There you go. From Sheila sends this in to us. Says, hey guys, don't mess with Bible-toting old ladies. Read this little explanation and listen to the voicemail. You gotta laugh with the guy. On a recent Spurs trip, we were asking one of our sponsors for some funny stories or experiences with the company. The funniest story he had was when an operations manager was late for a meeting and called his boss to tell him he was running late. As he was leaving the voicemail message, he witnessed an accident and went on to provide play-by-play of the incident. After telling us the story, he promised to send us a copy of the voicemail, and here it is. This is the actual voicemail message. It was passed along and forwarded so many times it crashed our voicemail server.
Wow.
Maybe you guys could help out.
All right.
Well, here, let's listen to this voicemail.
Hey, Mark, excuse me. I'm on my way to 3768. Kind of got hung up. It's raining out here. I'm on my way into Dallas. Jerry's probably going to be calling you to find out where I'm at if he can't get a hold of me, I'm sure. So thought, whoa. Man, I just had a wreck right in front of me. This guy ran a red light and hit four old ladies in an Impala. Just kind of clipped them and turned them around right in front of me, man. That was close. Oh, now this guy's getting out of his car. He's got a white shirt on with a tie and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's throwing his hands up in the air like it was their fault. Oh, hold on. He's going over to their window. She's rolling down the window. Oh, man, I think she sprayed him with pepper spray, man. He's holding his face, and he's on his knee. She's beating him with an umbrella. The other women are getting out, too. There's one woman with a little black person. She's tomahawking him, man. She looks like a Sunbelt 20 horsepower jackhammer. We got another woman that's she's hitting him like he's got a cattle prod, man. She's got an umbrella. She's sticking it in his side. Oh, there's another one it's a little woman that looks like Mother Goose. She beat him. She's got this U-bit bag. She beat him. She's got this U-bit bag. It's huge. It's about the size of her. She's about 4 foot nothing. She hit him over the head. Everything went all over the place. Her Bible fell. She just hit him in the head with a Bible. She picked this Bible up and she lifted it way over her head. It was a hardback NVI version. They're still beating the hell out of this guy. She picked his Bible up and raised it up above her head and just beamed the guy. This guy's not getting Okay, he's up on the car. The little woman just beamed him again with that big bag. He's running to his car. He's out of here. The little bitty Mother Goose woman. She's stuck into him as he's driving off. I wish you would have been here, man. This is too good. I gotta go.
All right, that was fun.
Another letter from our listener, Dave.
I want to talk to you real quick about everyday protection for active lifestyles. I'm talking about your skin protection. This cream is perfect for workers, gardeners, outdoor enthusiasts who are exposed to harsh conditions or frequent sanitizers. That's really huge nowadays. OutdoorHands.com, the founding sponsor of Tater's Big Show Hangover, have their skin therapy cream. I've told you guys it's fast absorbing, non-greasy. The cream absorbs super quick without any leftover residue, making it ideal for your hands, putting it on your elbows, your knees, or any other dry areas that you have. And their poison ivy scrub. If you've ever had an outbreak, you know how painful it can be when you come in contact. Outdoor Hands Poison Ivy Scrub provides reliable cleansing support for after exposure to poison ivy, even poison oak or sumac. It's everywhere this time of year. Its gentle exfoliating formula helps wash away rash-causing oils. That is the key, while also drying excess moisture on the irritated areas that have already been upset. It helps reduce the chance of the rash spreading, which is the worst-case scenario that you give it to somebody else. Find out more at OutdoorHands.com. If you enter code Tater at checkout, you'll receive 20% off. Just saying. In episode 23, I was talking about how a couple of grocery stores here in my hometown of Charlotte have bars in them. Not like hard liquor bars, but they've got beer and wine at the Harris Teeter and at Lowe's Foods. And Donnie Gales wrote, "Sip and shop, damn right." That's what I've been saying, Donnie. More stores need to take this on. Sip and shop. Greg Florer wrote, "We've had the bars set up in Kroger's here. Funny enough, Harris Teeter is owned by Kroger. We don't have any Krogers that I know of in North Carolina. I believe there's some in South Carolina, but around my area, there's no Krogers, but there are a Harris Teeter. There's like a Harris Teeter on every corner, and Harris Teeter is owned by Kroger. So good observation. That must be where the idea came from." Ira Pace wrote, "I've got an outstanding idea. You could do podcast interviews from all of the Lowe's Foods that have a beer den." Ira, you might be onto something, man. Would you guys come see me at a Lowe's beer den? Hang out for a round? And I could record everybody to have you on the podcast? Lowe's Foods. We have an idea. I mean, the fluorescent lights I could do without, but I was looking at our Harris Teeter recently, and they had some great deals, like $2 domestics, $4 craft beers on tap. I'll post it on my Facebook page. I'll show you the list. Could even hang out there and watch the World Cup. Nope. No, you couldn't. It came on at 8 o'clock. A terrible loss. But it came on at 8 o'clock and the bar closes down then. It's definitely an early bird kind of bar. Thank you for writing and posting on Facebook, you guys. Got another one here. This one is from Chesney Slagle. He asks, "What's your favorite parody song ever performed on the John Boy and Billy Big Show?" Well, without looking through the archives to remind me, just the first comes to mind when I read this was Old Gold. The album, it wasn't parody songs, but it was parody characters. It was Billy doing the voices of General Tom Sadler and our very own Robert D. Rayford. And Billy did the whole arrangement as far as what songs. He did the back and forth voices, doing the singing and the commenting. It was just amazing. I didn't get to see him do it, but the finished product was just astonishing. And I love every single time I smile and I laugh. And I guess it makes it even more funny because I knew the two individuals that he was imitating in a loving way. So Chesney, I would say Old Gold, right off the top of my head. My favorite.
General Tom Sadler and Robert D. Rayford. They've had their ups and downs over the years, but now they're back together on a brand new album of their favorite duets.
You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs.
Hardly talk to me anymore. When I come through the door at the end of the day.
You'll get
Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited cause we understood. There's one perfect fit, and honey, this one is it. Both are so excited cause we're reunited.
Are you Peaches or her? I forget.
Rafe and the General. Old Gold. 22 all-time hits as only these guys could do.
They say our love won't pay the rent. Before it's earned, our money's all been spent.
Where do you get that stuff? I don't know if all that's true, but you got me and baby, I got you.
Babe, I've got you, babe. I've got you, babe.
From R&B classics
He's leaving
Leaving,
on that big fat train to Georgia.
leaving on that big fat train to Georgia.
Said he's going back to find
Going back to find.
simpler place and time.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yes, he did. He said he was.
I know.
Well, I'm going to be with him
I know you will.
on that big fat train to Georgia.
Leaving on the big fat train to Georgia. Ooh,
to Southern gospel standards.
Daddy sang bass.
Mama sang tenor. Me and little brother joined right in there. Who is this girl? Where'd she come from?
And everything in between.
We are family.
I've got all my sisters with me.
Hey, Jackie Curry.
We are family. Yeah. Get up, everybody, and sing.
2 CDs, $18.95. 2 cassettes, $15.95. 2 8-tracks, $6.50.
Yes, they were dancing and singing and moving to the grooving. And just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music right. Play that funky music, white boy. Lay down the boogie and play that funky music till you die."
Till you die?
What's this?
What kind of words is
No,
that?
I didn't write it.
Crank this sucker up. Rafe and the General.
Play that funky music.
Kicking it old school on Old Gold. Available now at your favorite store and stores you don't like, too.
Boys, we got to work up an act, do that on the stage in person.
We don't actually want to see it.
Proud to have Outdoor Hands Skin Therapy Cream as a sponsor of Tater's Big Show Hangover. They also have a poison ivy scrub, which helps dry and cleanse the affected areas. It uses mild exfoliants and plant-based cleansers that work together to dry excess oils and impurities. The poison ivy scrub effectively lifts residue from the skin to help minimize the chance of rash transfer to other areas of yourself or onto other individuals. The scrub is designed to cleanse without harsh chemicals, which is very important. It leaves the skin smooth, clean, and refreshed after outdoor exposure. So the poison ivy scrub is gentle yet powerful. And of course, Outdoor Hand Skin Therapy Cream. You need the hydration in the summer too. This delivers serious hydration for your dry, cracked, and sensitive skin without the heavy, greasy feel of ordinary lotions. The Skin Therapy Cream comforts skin that's been affected by environmental stress, frequent hand washing, or even conditions like eczema. Go to OutdoorHands.com. Learn more about how these products have clean ingredients with trusted protection, free from parabens, sulfates, and artificial fragrances, safe for sensitive skin or hands that are in frequent use. OutdoorHands.com. Enter the code Tater at checkout and receive 20% off. OutdoorHands.com. And it's time for a little Tatertainment news since we've been missing that the last couple episodes. I don't know if you heard, but there was kind of a shindig that happened over the weekend. They kept it pretty hush-hush, and that's what makes this kind of hard to report to you. But Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got married on Friday, July 3rd. I know. I know. I'm the one to tell you. Breaking hearts everywhere. So they got married at Madison Square Garden in New York City. In case you didn't know where that was, I felt the need to tell you. And it's a pretty small venue. They had about 1,000 of their friends and family show up. Normal volume. And details did leak over the weekend by a few attendees. I know several of the workers got kicked out, but tabloids have gotten a hold of it, and rumors are now swirling. And they actually had a press release that confirmed that Jason Kelce was the best man for Travis, and Taylor chose her brother Austin to be her man of honor. So there were no bridesmaids, no groomsmen. Another tidbit that has been circulating is Travis and Taylor wore coordinating designer outfits by Christian Dior, and they had shoes custom made by Christian Louis Vuitton, because if you watched any of her videos from her Eras tour, all the red soles are all Louis Vuittons. So that was part of the wedding attire. And of course, Taylor's jewelry was from Cartier. This is all according to People magazine. Don't know how they know, but they know. Also, been told that they wrote their vows, which a lot of bride and grooms do. They held theirs in gold books. So take a note if anyone's planning their wedding. Have a nice gold book. Don't just be standing up there with it written on a napkin. Put some planning behind it. A gold book. A platinum clipboard. Something, sparkly. Travis apparently was a little more emotional during the vows than Taylor was. He apparently cried a little bit. They both spent 20 minutes each reciting their vows. Dude, who doesn't write 20 minutes worth of vows? Yeah. Adam Sandler officiated the ceremony, as you can imagine, with humor, and he had a song that he sung. Apparently, Travis became buddies with Adam during his appearance in Happy Gilmore 2. So there's that connection. The Kelce daughters of Jason and Kylie were the flower children. They called it children, not girls, flower children in this article from People magazine. Taylor walked down the aisle to a string arrangement of Love Story. That's a song that she wrote back in 2008 about a teen going into a fit of anger because her dad refused her to go on a date with a much older guy. You know how the song goes, Go pick out a white dress. It's a love story. Just say yes. Something like that. I'm not hating on her. I mean, they're billionaires, for goodness sakes. Of course, everybody's like, oh, they made a big spectacle about it. Hey, look. Regular brides, you and me, we, posted it in the paper. Back in the day when people read papers, you'd make sure your engagement was in the paper and your wedding announcement was in the paper, telling everybody where you were headed for your honeymoon. Right? So what? Now brides are doing it on Facebook and Instagram, posting all their pictures and putting in their announcements and all the details. It's no different. So she put it on a big billboard outside of Madison Square Garden, just TNT married. I mean, It's because she can. If you put it in perspective, she's not doing anything different than any other regular 35-year-old who's getting married. 36-year-old, sorry. Right? This is how she wants to spend her cash. Let her spend her cash. At the reception, all right, the wedding singers were Stevie Nicks and Paul McCartney. What? Yep. Paul performed the Beatles hit that hasn't been done in 60 years, I Want to Hold Your Hand. Thank you, People magazine. What else did they let us know about? Taylor's Aunt Robin. I guess we're all supposed to know who Aunt Robin is. She summarized the evening, quote, "They cried and they laughed and they danced and they hugged and they kissed," end quote. Just like anybody else's wedding weekend. And before you ladies get upset about things that have gone wrong at your wedding and it didn't go perfect, well, it didn't go perfect for Taylor either. One source said, who attended the party, told TMZ there was no formal sit-down dinner, right? And so TMZ learned attendees stood in long buffet lines. Some even ate on their feet because there weren't enough seats. Whose head is going to roll now? You invited 1,000 people. You didn't have 1,000 places to sit. So there was no formal sit-down dinner. Instead, they, like I said, did the buffet-style food stations before limited seating. Had to play musical chairs. One source summed it up by saying it was a bit of a shit show. End quote. Was not mine. That was somebody who was there. There were simply too many people and not enough places for everyone to sit. I'm like, Still, the sources say nobody went hungry. Guests had their pick of an extensive spread, like with stations serving everything from pasta and sushi to chicken. There were salads, filet mignon, and a mix of Chinese, Italian, and American favorites. Employees staffed every food station, so serving food directly. Once apparently you got up there, things kind of moved. I wonder how many people left with a heaping plate because they didn't want to stand in that line again. And apparently dessert was just as over the top. I mean, for a billionaire, I don't think so. TMZ was told there was a massive dessert table featuring around 30 different cakes, each one topped with a unique 3D figure of Taylor and Travis. I bet it told a story. If I know her, it told a story. They were all doing different things, but I don't know that for sure. That's just my take. There were also all kinds of other desserts for guests to choose from. Guess if you weren't a cake fan, they had something else for you. So they are married. Let the kids live their life. By the way, guests were told that there was a film crew walking around. Not your normal videographer. You know, it's not like one of the groom's buddies who's been drinking all night with a camcorder. No, these folks apparently are going to be making a movie. Girl's gonna make money. If she's like, I don't blame her for this. If anybody's gonna make money off of her nuptials, her wedding, the whole thing, it should be them, right? If anything's gonna leak, anybody's gonna post pictures, they're gonna pay her for it. Gonna have a movie about it. You want to see what's going on with me? You're gonna have to buy a ticket. We'll have to see how that. Again, all rumors, all hearsay. Apparently, no NDAs were observed or followed, and things have leaked. Hey, did you see LeBron in the news? Google News reported that LeBron James is in the middle of a highly anticipated free agency period after officially deciding to leave the LA Lakers. Of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers have emerged as the front-runner to sign him for his third stint in his hometown, with rival teams increasingly believing a storybook return is imminent. Despite the Cavaliers' buzz, James's agent, Rich Paul, has noted they are thoroughly evaluating schemes, defenses, and roster configurations. Because of this, several heavy-hitting contenders are still operating under the belief that they're in the mix for the superstar, according to Google News. Other finalists that might have a shot at LeBron, teams like the Philadelphia 76ers, the Denver Nuggets, Miami Heat, and the Minnesota Timberwolves remain in active pursuit. And as far as last Tuesday, the Golden State odds, once viewed as a prime landing spot, there is reportedly a low level of optimism that James will actually choose the Golden State Warriors, even though Draymond Green declined his $27.6 million player option, and that opened up the flexibility for the Warriors to pursue LeBron and a possible trade with the Wizards for Anthony Davis. All right, this is just the scuttlebug over in NBA land. And last but not least, they aren't celebrities. Well, I guess they are in their own right. Those two kids that scaled the Empire State Building and stood atop the antenna. Yeah, they are from Netflix. Did you watch the Netflix documentary from 2024, Skywalkers, A Love Story? Showed how they were breaking all sorts of laws to climb all sorts of buildings, and she'd get nervous, and he'd help her through it. Well, these two lovebirds, Angela and Ivan, got engaged on top of the Empire State Building. I know you saw it. Everybody saw it. I don't know why they even worried about wearing masks. Everybody knew they were up there. By the time they got down, yeah, well, she said yes, and they got down and were arrested and have been charged with felonies and other misdemeanors. So I love you, and now we will be locked up for a little bit. So take that, Taylor and Travis. That's how you propose. I have another comment here from Laura Lambeth Van Otteren. She was talking about also episode 23 when I was speaking on doom scrolling. She says, exactly like you talked about on the show, I get on Facebook or something else, and I literally have to set a time to get off. Like right now, it's 9:08, so I'll make myself get off at 9:15 and get going. I'll be back on later and have to set another cutoff time. Sometimes I get more time than others. Way to govern yourself there, Laura. I have been scrolling so much on social media. It's been terrible. I don't really setting a time amount. That is a good idea because I've been on there watching a lot of reels lately of the soccer fans from other countries who've been over here to watch the World Cup and how they love America, love our land, says it's so beautiful. It's interesting to watch other people from other countries have a little more gratitude for the country than some of the people who are born here. And the one kid was from Italy, and he was just flabbergasted that he could order a Coke and then get free refills as much as he wanted. And doggone it, that kid was going to drink a lot of Coca-Cola. And here's the thing I don't think he realized. Maybe he did, but he didn't care because he said it was so good. One, it was cold, and he kept getting brain freezes. And I have to say, yeah, in Italy, I ordered a Coke, and one, you didn't get any ice. You had to specifically ask for ice. And two, they don't make it the same over there like they make it here. There isn't high fructose corn syrup in the Cokes in Italy. And I'm sure he could not believe the sweet surprise the Coca-Colas were. Fountain drinks, too, on top of it. That kid in that reel just kept, I must have watched that reel 10, 15 times because, one, I loved his Italian accent, but two, he was just so like, yes, I have another refill. Yes, I have another refill. Little did he probably know how bad his stomach was going to hurt later. But yeah, so I've watched that. I've watched, the babies smacking their mamas. I've watched Rottweiler videos. I don't know what algorithm I got looped into, but I have watched so many Rottweiler videos. They are adorable. As well as this British comedian. She comes on and she does updates as far as their political updates and things going on in London. And she calls it Batshit Crazy Britain. And she's hilarious. I end up just looking at every one of her videos and listening to her. And I could listen to her all day. And Batshit Crazy Britain cracks me up. So Laura, thank you very much for your comment on Facebook. And I'm glad I'm not the only one that doom scrolls. Here's one from Marilyn Whitman Gibson. One of my favorite characters was always Phil McCracken, and my husband about died laughing when he first heard his name. Phil McCracken. Yes, that's our boy Pillars. And that was a funny character that always had a different spin and lovely little sing-along tunes. And he was a great part-time receptionist for Barbara.
Greetings, Hicks and Hickets. Well, I heard about the latest honor bestowed upon our own little Bigfoot and Wild Boy, and I'm sure you're so excited to have a hamburger named after you at Andy's Burgers, Shakes, and Fries. Not exactly the Marconi Award, but I guess it's better than having a rest stop pay toilet in your honor. Anywho, I can't believe that they just name a sandwich after you two goobers, and I say it with love, with such a rich pastiche, a diverse cast to inspire them. Now, If only someone with an educated palate and a culinary vision would devote the time to construct such an orgasmic feast of the senses. Ding! Wish granted. Have you got a minute? First, let's honor our resident liberal, Terry Hansen, with the appropriately named the Obama Q. It's 2 slices of stale brown bread, chock full of lots and lots of pork. At least that's what the menu says. When it comes to the table, you find out it was all a lie. It's just tongue loaf and head cheese and costs 1 trillion times the price you were quoted. And to add insult to injury, you only get the left side of the sandwich. The restaurant redistributes the other half to someone who's too lazy to drag their ass to the counter and order themselves. Comes with a heaping side of shame and regret. A couple of John Boy's Beach Entourage All-Stars are the namesakes for these tasty seafood sensations. Wow. Maybe not write so many S's next time.
Steam escaping.
Oh, somebody make me tea. You'll love the belly-busting Captain Kitwich fish sandwich. It's a big slab of salty fried grouper crammed into a bun much too small to hold all that stuffing. Now, don't be embarrassed when the bun keeps riding up in the front and down in the back. Eventually, you'll get used to it. And so will your family. And kick off your meal with Coach Cobb's shrimp nibbles. Nibbles. These tasty popcorn shrimp are the perfect appetizer. And that big black poop vein running down the center reminds you they're full of crap just like their namesake. For Jackie, we've created the Hoochie Mama. An ironically ethnic blackened fried chicken breast sandwich that's so hot and spicy you'll be sweating like Jackie doing a roll in the playhouse. There's as much breast meat here as with 2 ordinary breasts, and why shouldn't there be? They're artificially enhanced. This is one big heifer of a sandwich, but no one will notice because your big-ass hands will make it look like an appetizer. Smarty Marty was the inspiration for the missing link. Wait for it. This gourmet hot dog is no mutt. It's a purebred all-beef wiener served on a big old foot-long white bread bun. But one bite and you'll be saying, "Where's the beef?" Because in reality, it's just a sad little cocktail frank on a humiliatingly big bun. You can try to complain to the chef, but he's playing golf as usual. And then you'll feel like a real boob man. Or is that man boob? Regardless, the only delicious thing here is the irony. You better bring your appetite when you order the Gobble Gobble Wobble Wobble, named after our own Marcy Tater Moran. It's 2 huge double D mounds of smoking hot turkey breast stuffed into 2 low-cut Kaiser rolls. Oh, God, I think I just went straight for a minute. Lettuce, tomato, and onion? Hell, there's no room with all that meat. And the sandwiches are served side by side, and each one topped with a big old olive. You know, kind of off-center for the true full tater experience.
You don't know me.
I know enough, honey. Comes with a suggestively arranged pickle and 2 deviled eggs to add some giggle to the jiggle. Mental picture, mental picture, mental picture.
Get out.
And finally, only the bravest Robert D. Rayford fans will order the crusty old jackass. Unfortunately, you've eaten this before, and you're getting it again. Whether you like it or not, probably on the not side. Served on a tough, dry sourdough roll that's way past its expiration date. This sandwich is stuffed to the gills with leftovers and a tad on the bitter side. We skimp on the condiments because we assume you'll just bring them from work. So, hungry yet? Well, I'd love to stay and chat, but it's back to the Big Show Labs to come up with some more exciting inventions and innovations. Or, God, maybe I'll just get hammered on Kahlua and cry about my life. Either way, I'll be back to the Mini Cooper. Carry on, straight people.
General Tom Sadler, U.S. Air Force retired, and Robert D. Rayford from The Big Show. They're back with a brand new album of really old stuff.
Rumors spreading around
In that Texas town.
about that shack outside the range.
You know what I'm talking about.
Just let me know
If you wanna go to
to
that
that home on the range.
take a line that girl.
It's Rafe and the General's collection of classic hits.
Oh, mercy.
Old Gold 2, Older and Bolder. 24 of your favorite oldies by 2 of your other favorite oldies.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Wake up, little Susie, wake up.
Get the puddin' party started with this one-of-a-kind melange of musical mayhem. Old Gold 2, Older and Bolder. Rafe and the General do it all. From classic love songs of the 50s to booty-shaking hits from the age when disco ruled the earth.
That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it.
Rafe and the General's Old Gold 2, Older and Bolder, the party record of the year.
Shake it up, baby, now.
Shake it up, baby.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout.
Baby, now.
Come on, baby.
Work it on out.
Work it on out.
General Tom and Robert D. Rayford kicking it old school on Old Gold 2, Older and Bolder. 2 CDs, $12.95. 2 cassettes, $10.95. 2 8-tracks, $6.50. Available now at your favorite store and stores you don't like too.
You all right? Goodness sake. Get a doctor in here.
Oh, thanks for asking that. That is my favorite tune. Oh, man. Hey, this is a good spot to stick a pin in it until next week. Thanks for coming by for one more round, and I appreciate all of my commenters today. Thank you for leaving those on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, all the places you can leave a comment. So be sure to like, subscribe, download, all of the things that it wants you to click. It only helps me get pushed out there further. And also thank you for sharing the Facebook page and for sharing the podcast links to your friends and family. That has helped me a bunch. Time for a quick Tater Hangover shout out to Jonathan Weisberg, Donnie Gales, Dale Walker, Scott King, David Lovett, Greg Smith, Tim Hudson, Stephanie Lynn Mitchell, hey girl, Ronald Williams, Junior Manley, Gregory Goff, Tony White, Tanner Weatherington, Larry Holland, Leah Falzerano, Sean McGuire, and Raymond and Diane Hart. Thank you to Outdoor Hand Skin Therapy Cream. I'm keeping my hands hydrated this summer. You can check it out at outdoorhands.com. And if you decide to buy, enter code TATER at checkout and receive 20% off. They also have awesome poison ivy scrub and lip balm too. I'd also like to thank Barry, my partner in crime, and he's pretty handy with studio equipment, too. My family and friends, your love and support means the world to me. And speaking of support, thank you, John Boy and Billy, for allowing me to share their bits with all of you. You can own your own copy for 99 cents. Just go to thebigshow.com, click on the bit box, and peruse the library. While on Facebook, swing by the John Boy and Billy Facebook page. It's a poppin'. All right, y'all. See you next time. Bye.